I was sharing with my group this morning, the 920 Miracles community, a study in A Course in Miracles, and from lesson 18, it is I am not alone experiencing the effects of my seeing. This is very interesting, the way I see things, perception. Every thought is either commending or condemning. It's just there's no neutral. Just think about some of these points I put together along with my friend ChatGPT regarding today's lesson. I am not here to change anyone else's mind. I am here to change my perception of them and the world, and also the way that I think. This shift isn't about power or control, it's about the love for the source that created us, this beautiful brain of ours, right? The gift of the mind and the influence we wield through our thoughts. We have so much influence, but it's not just the influence that's immediate, but the unseen influence that we have. The brain is a tool so powerful it can echo healing or harm. Misuse, it creates fear and conflict, or it makes it feel like I'm not good enough, or I'll never measure up, or, it's not fair, or I want to be right. There's all kinds of things that it does when it's misused. Aligned with wisdom and love, it fosters peace, healing, and unity. The responsibility lies within each of us to use this gift wisely. Now, here I go. I'm going to be very, very vulnerable. I did this morning. I was into this for about an hour and a half, putting this together, and some other studies I was doing for the group. And I go out to take a walk, and I live real near the beach, so I'm sitting by the beach, and I look, and what do I see? All by herself, this beautiful, beautiful lady in a bikini, of course, and she's lying there in the chair. And right away, my thoughts, as typical men, and when I say typical men, it shouldn't be typical. That's not typical. It's just a way we've allowed our thoughts to go. And right away, I practiced that. I says, I am not alone. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my seeing. You know, she has a husband, maybe she has a father, she has a grandfather. And I'm not. We are not bodies. We're more than that. So the magnificence of this brain, when we tame the thoughts, our mind, our one responsibility. That's all we can take responsibility for is just one mind. But that shared mind connects us all. I am not responsible for others' thoughts. See, that thought that if I were to let it go, then it affects my relationships relationship I have. It affects, and we think they're just harmless, but they're not. They're not. So they really affect everything and everyone, every thought. That's why we're so powerful with our thoughts. We can create. Share mind connects us all. I'm not responsible for others' thoughts, but I am responsible for the way I think about them. So the way that I thought about it, then I whisper and says, "Wow, what an attractive person," and I hope that and her family and her love life and her children, whatever her situation is, that she finds all that is necessary to create and be a creative being like we're all intended to be. And so then I just change those patterns of thoughts, cause and effect in thought. Thoughts are not idle; they always produce effects. Every thought influences how we see others, how we experience ourselves, and how the world unfolds. Love as the true power. True power is not in changing others, but in loving them, just as the source loves me, and not love a body, or not love things going my way, or not love, it's got to be my way or the highway. Everything should be, aligning with love that transforms us into instruments of peace. Aligning with fear or judgment contributes to chaos. So either we're a part of creating or we're a part of chaos. Key reflections: how am I using my mind today? I actually came up and I said, I'm going to do this little presentation, even though I put this all in writing. I did a different one for the community. I after 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours of really enjoying the lesson and really say yes, 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 and right away, I just let my mind wander. Right? What thoughts am I choosing to influence to share experience? And this here, building bridge of understanding or walls of separation. What thoughts am I choosing to influence to share the experience? Am I cursing the collective mind, with fear or blessing it with love? Am I allowing a commending mind to guide me and to commend another person? And folks, when you're men, when you're looking upon a woman, and if there's any thought besides commending, and if there's any selfish thoughts, it affects everything. There's no, I am not alone. Hey, right here, I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my seeing. Am I allowing a commending mind to guide me in creating the change needed, or a condemning mind to fuel chaos? Because everything could either fuel, the good, or it could fuel the chaos. A call to mindful action. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my seeing. Therefore, I choose to see through the lens of love, not lust, not greed, not envy, or anything else, but through the lens of love, the vision of unity, and the clarity of wisdom. The most sacred responsibility we have is to align our thoughts with truth and love, creating ripples of healing, peace, and joy. Use this against any condemning thought. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my seeing. Let your thoughts today, my friend, be the seeds of love and wisdom, not the roots of chaos. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Bye bye.